Hey y'all, it's your girl Touched by Tari, and I am back with another story time. This story is kind of long, so it might have to be 2 or 3 parts, so please just bear with me. Also, this story is pretty recent, so I'm still pretty triggered by it. So if I get riled up while I'm telling y'all a story, just let me be riled up. It's not about y'all, it's about the situation and the principle. Alright, so boom, I got my hair done in December. If y'all scroll down to my page, y'all will see the wig install where I had the skunk stripe in my hair. Bomb ass install, bomb ass wig, had no issues. So come January, I got a touch up either right after or right before New Year's. I'm not sure, but I went to my hairstylist and got a touch up, basically where she just lifted my lace, cleaned it off, and relaid it. Now, after the first 2 or 3 installs, I'll go and install my hair myself because I don't have a problem installing my hair. I just hate customizing wigs. So I had a photo shoot, so I went to go take my wig off so that I could redo my hair for my photo shoot. But to my surprise, y'all, there were holes. Like, it looked like a rodent was chewing on my lace in my sleep. There were holes all throughout the edges of my lace. Like, I was so baffled because how? There's no way I could have put that amount of holes in my edges while it was installed on my head, y'all. So my first instinct was to reach out to her and just, 1, let her know that there's holes all throughout my lace, and 2, ask her when did they get there, and 3, how, and 4, why didn't she tell me? Like, who, what, when, where, and why? I just want to know what happened. Oh my God, what happened to Virgie? What happened? So she like, oh my God, I did not know. I did not see no holes. I don't remember it ripping, but I can fix it. I can either ventilate it, put the lace back in, put the hair back in where the holes are, or I can replace the frontal. Now, in my mind, I'm like, I just spent $430 on this wig, and that was with a discount. I don't really feel like I want to let her play Bob the Builder on no brand new ass wig that I only got 1 install and 1 touch up with. Like, really, that's not really how we about to do this. So she don't mind replacing her frontal, whatever, and she was going to, contact her vendor and all that, this, that, that. That was the first red flag for me, because if I got the wig from the girl who have hair on hand, then you should have got a frontal from her on hand. But I let her have it. Be back for part 2. Hey y'all, I'm back with part 2 to my story time. Okay, so before we get into the makeup, look at the lace, y'all. Like, I took my wig off and this is what I saw. Like, huh? How? All right, so cool. She giving me the runaround, like, okay, I'm gonna contact my vendor, and at first she was waiting on her vendor to get the hair. Then it was Chinese New Year, so she couldn't order it. So Chinese New Year comes and goes, and I have a vendor for my lashes, so I'm like, I just ordered a pair of lashes, so when is this girl gonna tell me to drop my wig off? So I reach out to her, and finally on March 9th, I dropped the hair off, whatever the case. March 23rd, she messaged me, and she's like, hey, your wig is going to be ready next week. I went to Florida on the 30th, came back on the 5th of April, and hadn't heard anything from her. Next week has came and gone. So I reached out to her, not the day, I got back a Monday, so I reached out to her Wednesday of that week, and I'm like, hey, is my wig ready? No response. Reach out to her Thursday, and I'm like, I'm not understanding why I have to keep reaching out to you if you told me the wig was going to be ready next week. I want to put the messages, but she blocked me, so I can't find her thread. So come Friday, I have no response since I contacted her Wednesday. So when Saturday comes, I'm aggravated as hell. I'm like, I'm about to go message her again and see if she read my messages. To my surprise, y'all, I'm blocked on all her pages, like her personal page, her braiding page, and her hair install page, wig install page, whatever you want to call it. So I messaged her from my pole dancing page, and I'm like, I'm not understanding why you thought blocking me was going to make me skip over the fact that you're trying to steal my hair. And I have those messages, so I can actually post them on the part 3 because this video is about to end. But by this time, I'm done being professional. I'm done being nice. It's April. She had more than enough time. Come back for part 3, y'all. Okay, pause to read these messages. This is part 3 to the story time. So like I said, I had to message the hairstylist from my poll page because I was blocked on my other 2 pages. She hadn't responded, but at this point, I wasn't really reaching out to her to respond. I had it already made up in my head that I was going to go get my wig. So Sunday morning comes, and I'm like, damn, should I go before or after my 12 o'clock appointment? I'm like, I'm going to go before. It's Palm Sunday. You feel me? I'm going to go while I know motherfuckers is going to be there. So as I'm putting my hoodie on, I'm guessing, you feel me, my energy is strong. Shorty DMs me back with that whole long message, and she's out of town and all this, that, the third. Look, I don't give a damn where you at. Is my wig in town or not? Because like I said, I dropped the wig off on March 9th. Now, it do not take a whole month to cut a frontal off and sew a new one on. So she's telling me, oh, you could come at this time, you can come at that time. Nah, I'm on the way. I'm already putting my clothes on. So how about I pull up, y'all, and her girlfriend car is outside, and I'm confused because she definitely just said that she was on vacation, so just make it make sense. So I pull up behind the car, hop out, and I walk straight to the door, knock on the door, whatever the case. I turned around and asked the person that I was with, I'm like, is there somebody in that car or am I tripping? I start walking back to the car, and next thing you know, the passenger door is opening. Oh, so you're home now. You're home as fuck. What happened to being on vacation? By this time, I'm like, fuck the wig. Why are you lying? Like, come on. So by this time, forget the being professional, forget the being nice, forget the being humble. I went the fuck off. Why the fuck would you ever play with me like that? Now, I was supposed to be recording, but because I didn't intend on being played like a dummy, I completely forgot to record until after. I'm gonna post the video after this part. But y'all, I was so baffled. And she's like, I'm about to go on vacation. I wasn't lying. I wasn't this. I'm like, get my hair. And that's that. So now her people's done came outside. They like, you need to calm down. You need to leave. I said, no, I'm not fucking calming down because your people's is a fucking thief and a fucking liar. Ain't no calming down. I've been calm for 3 months damn near. So, yeah, now she's like, I have your wig. I'm going to Cash App you. I'm like, Cash App me? I thought the wig was going to be ready next week. Now you're going to Cash App me? Y'all, I was so baffled, flabbergasted. So now her mom's is outside telling me that she's going to call the police on me. I'm like, you call the motherfucking police because she's the one stealing. You going to call the police on me for coming to get my stuff? Y'all, let me know if y'all want a part 4 because I just don't get it. Call the police on me because you was stealing.
Storytime PT.
You didn't lie?
4.
I was never lying to you. Anything not
So call the police. Oh, you can. That's fine.
I'm about to cash up for your bread. You can go ahead and.
That's fine. That's fine. The fuck out of here. Nobody gives a fuck about no fucking police. Fuck out of here. Nobody's talking to your fucking mother. Nobody is talking to your mother. Because all the disrespect is with you. No one asked her to come outside. No one would have had to come here if you wasn't lying and stealing. Simple. Fuck out of here. Not I was mad, y'all. Not nobody asked her to come outside. Okay, but like I said, this is part 4 to the story time. It's not really much left to it. That's the video that I recorded after she said that she was about to go get my wig and she was about to well, no. She did already go get my wig or whatever, but her people was all going back and forth. She was all going back and forth trying to plead her case, talking about she never lied. How did you never lie when you just said that you were out of town, told me that I couldn't come get the wig until Wednesday, and you was on vacation, but you was sitting in your driveway? I'm so confused on how that wasn't a lie. I'm so confused on how you messaged me on March 23rd and say the wig is going to be ready in a week. It's April 10th or some shit like that, and the wig isn't ready, and that wasn't a lie. Like, lie detector test determines that was a lie. So, yeah, she gave me my wig with the holes still all through my lace, and she ended up cash apping me $150 to compensate for the lace. But I really cannot believe it. I really cannot believe that it even had to go there because I really didn't want to take it there. Me and the girl been doing business for a minute. Like, it wasn't ever supposed to be all of that. But at the end of the day, there's only so much professionalism that there can be had. Wait, what? There's only so much professionalism to have. I don't know. I think that sounds better. But I just know I don't do my clients like that. And I didn't deserve that. So at the end of the day, I had to make it be known that I did not deserve that. Like, we had to handle that. I do not put that into the universe. So we not about to put that energy into my life because I don't deserve that, okay? But yeah, I still have the money sitting in my Cash App. So if anybody do hair in Charlotte and want to replace my frontal and recustomize my wig, let me know because, yeah. And also, if you want to see the pictures from my photo shoot that I needed the wig so urgently for, let me know because me and my photographer ate. Girl, whoa. Hey y'all, it's your girl Touched by Tyra, and I am back with another story time. I am hoping and praying this is the last time I have to do this voiceover because I have had to do it like 10 times. This is getting ridiculous. But anyway, this story time is about how one of my clients had the audacity to have the police knocking at my door in the middle of her appointment. So I had a client and she had an appointment for, I want to say like 3 o'clock. And this is in 2019. So I done forgot like, accurate times. I just know it was in the afternoon time because it was like broad daylight. So it was like maybe 3 o'clock or 3:30. She had an appointment and she let me know she was going to be like 25-30 minutes late because the Ubers in her area were limited. And this is right after we got back to work in the pandemic. So I was like, what? I understand. It's all good. I had wiggle room, so I wasn't tripping. So around the time that the girl said she was going to get there, she got there and she called me. I directed her to the building where she needed to go. All that good jazz. Now, at this time, due to the fact that she's late, I had time to chill. So I'm in the back in a room, hit my little clip, chilling, minding my business. So when I directed her, I'm still in the back. Like I said, I'm like, I got a little break. Let me goddamn, I'm trying to hit my little clip. So I'm chilling. But then like 5-10 minutes goes by and the girl's still not knocking at the door. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, it takes literally a minute to get to the building from where she called me from, so I'm confused. So next thing you know, I'm sitting there and I start hearing ruckus and I'm like, is that coming from the parking lot? So I'm like, the neighborhood is usually pretty quiet. Why is it ruckus outside? So I'm thinking like, oh my God, you know what? I just got some new neighbors downstairs and they've been, having parties all night, up late at night. I'm like, I know they not down there arguing, because you know how junkies be. They have a party, wake up, and now they be arguing the next day. But the thing is, it didn't sound that close. Like I said, it was sounding like it was coming from the parking lot. So I'm like, let me put this little clip out and go see what's going on. So yeah, I get up and I peek out the window, and the window in the front, you can see the parking lot. So I see it's a car and I see a girl, but I didn't really, this was a new client, so I didn't really know who I was looking for. But it don't look like it's no Uber out there neither. So I'm like, I know my client not arguing with the Uber like this. Like, y'all, this argument sounds like a couple arguing that needed to break up months ago. So as I look close, I'm starting to realize, all right, the girl ain't came up here. The neighbors isn't outside. They not down. Neighbors downstairs ain't outside. So I'm like, you know what? This has to be my client. But I'm like, shoot, that girl not coming in here. Shoot, so I'm about to sit here and watch the tea. Like, they out here arguing, acting ghetto. Like, I'm finna sit here and watch the tea. So I done got my phone, y'all, out the crack of the door, trying to record and all this. Like, I still got the video. Hold on, I'm gonna have to make a part 2, y'all. I'm gonna be back. Hey, y'all. So this is the part 2 on how my client had the police at my door. All right, so boom, like I said, it starts getting crazy. Like, I got my camera out the door, and next thing you know, dude is like banging on his steering wheel. Like, she disappears into the car. Like, they're fighting, they scrapping in the car. I'm like, oh my God, there are people outside. Like, this is a nice neighborhood. Why would y'all be out there acting like that? So now I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I can't be joking no more. Like, this is serious. Like, this girl is supposed to be your client. Like, what do you do? So, y'all, this is where I am dumb as hell because, oh my God, this smoke detector is getting on my nerve. But I am so dumb because she ends up calling me and I'm like, I answer the phone and I'm like, hey, like, yeah, I'm going to have to cancel your appointment because, this is just ran way far in. Like, y'all, they was arguing for like 10-15 minutes, y'all. So I'm like, this has ran way farther, than the time that I was anticipating. So I'm going to have to cancel you. So she's like, pleading her case on, like, y'all, not acknowledging anything that's going on, but pleading her case about how she really needs her makeup done and she has a photo shoot and this, that, the third. So I'm like, you know what? She rocking, I'm rolling. If she not tripping, I'm not going to be, the feather that break the camel back. I'm not about to be this girl 13th reason. I'm going to do her makeup and everything going to be straight. So I'm like, yeah, just come up, da-da-da-da-da, whatever the case. So I'm thinking when she come up, she gonna be like, yeah, girl, I'm so sorry about that. Like, this is great. Like, no, y'all, why did she ever come up the stairs, sit in a chair, and act like nothing happened? Like, didn't address the issue, wasn't breathing heavy, wasn't, like, checking her phone, nothing like that. But next thing you know, she gets a phone call and she's telling somebody the door information. Like, yeah, I'm in door. I can't even remember what the door was, but I'm at this door. I'm like, who the hell is this girl giving the damn address to? So whatever, I just keep doing her face, keep doing her. Well, I'm on her like eyes at this point, so I'm doing her eyebrows. I'm like, whatever, just mind your business, because obviously she don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna just let it go, do this girl makeup. I don't want her to start crying. You ask people, you okay? Next thing you know, they start crying. Mind your business. So boom. I'm doing, I used to do makeup like close to the window. So next thing you know, I get a knock at the door and I look at the window and I see some black steel toe boots. And I'm like, oh, who the hell is this? So I go to the door. Y'all, why is the police at the door? And I'm like, what's going on? They like, oh, we got a call. Do. The girl's sitting there looking like cricket, not moving. I'm like, excuse me, come to the door. So she gets up and, they have a little small conversation. He makes sure she's okay, goes on about her business and goes on about his business, and whatever the case is, they, he got her information, she got his card, and that was that. She sat back down, but y'all, like, he was waiting for her the whole time she was getting her makeup done. Like, after she got done, she called him, she told him she was ready, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm outside. Like, what? Toxic? Like, I couldn't believe it.
Storytime
PT. It's
PT.
your girl Touched by Tyra.
1.
And today I'm doing a story time on how this girl really tried to play me like I was a dummy hoe. Like, y'all, listen. Alright, so boom. One day I get a message on my business number, and the person was like, hey love, I see you do makeup and I'm trying to book an appointment with you, but it says I'm permitted to book. So I'm like, permitted to book? I'm confused. I'm like, I'm confused because if it says you're permitted to book, that means you're able to book. But, she never texts back. So I just let it go. I'm not about to press her. If she figured it out, she figured it out. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking the only time my link gives anybody a message about being permitted from doing anything is if you're banned from booking with me. But again, I just was like, you know what? I'll find out what that was about sooner or later. And I'll just let it go. So maybe like a week and a half or 2 weeks later, I'm sending out or maybe no, it's the next week. I'm sending out the address for my Friday appointments, and I send my address out manually for reasons just like this. So as I'm sending the address out, I realized my 10 a.m. appointment has appointment history, but on that last appointment, it says that they were a no-call, no-show. And now if someone's a no-call, no-show, I'm able to mark that appointment, and it'll show up with a big red label if they ever book again. Now, usually if you're a no-call, no-show and you don't pay your 75% balance that's due for same-day cancellation, you're banned. So I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like, if this girl was a no-call, no-show and she's banned, how the heck did she get an appointment? So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to reach out to this number. I'm going to just wait till they reach out to me and ask me for the address. So maybe like 10 o'clock that night, I get a message on my business number, and it's like, hey, I booked an appointment with you. What's the address? But to my surprise, I scroll up, and it's the girl who contacted me a week ago saying she was permitted to book, which she really probably meant she was permitted from booking with Touched by Tyra. So I'm like, oh, she thinks somebody dumb. Like, she really thinks somebody dumb. And the crazy thing is, the number that the appointment was booked under, the number she was texting me from, and the number that the last appointment were booked under were 3 different numbers. So it's like, how you got 3 different numbers on the same name or with the same appointment? Like, I'm just so confused. So come to find out, y'all, she was able to get through her ban because she registered under a different number. Hold on, I gotta do a part 2. I'll be right back. Hey y'all, okay, so this is part 2 to the story time about how this girl tried to play me like a dummy. So like I said in the last video, I was waiting for the 10 a.m. client to reach out to me and ask me for the address before I said anything. So when the person was like, hey, I didn't get the address, I was like, hey, you got a message saying that you weren't permitted to book and you proceeded to book under a different number. Your appointment has been canceled and you're not permitted to book any future appointments. So the girl was like, I understand, but my mom booked my appointment for the wrong date and I didn't know. Is there anything I can do? And I'm like, no, you are not permitted to book any future appointments. There was something that you could have done when you missed the first appointment and you chose not to. It just really baffled me that she contacted me like, hey, I see you do makeup and I'm trying to book an appointment, as if she hadn't already booked with me previously and didn't show up to the appointment like that. I just really couldn't get past that. Like, it just was really blowing me. So when I was like, no, you're not permitted to book any future appointments, I'm doing my faces for the next day for that day she was supposed to come, and I get a message like, you a trifling bitch. Okay, I'm trifling because you did a no-call, no-show, booked under a whole different number than you were contacting me from, and then you booked from the last appointment, and I'm trifling? Oh, okay. I'm like, whatever, she's banned. I didn't even say anything. I was just like, see, and that's exactly why I have a thorough booking process, because I have to keep tabs on everybody. These girls really be crazy and really be trying to try it. Like, it's not obvious that they're the same person that didn't make it to the last appointment. But y'all, I got stories for days. Y'all let me know if y'all like this and y'all enjoyed this story time, because I have so many stories that I could tell y'all. But get into this face. It was so flawless. She looked so good. She was actually still in high school and participating in a pageant. But look how nice it was. So cute. Hey guys, so I'm about to do a quick makeup tutorial. Well, hold on. Not a breath, them stairs be killing me. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm about to do a makeup tutorial for y'all. Just something like a really quick everyday look that I do, you know, if I want to do my makeup when I'm about to go out. So today I'm going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I've already done my face routine today and moisturized my face and stuff earlier, so I'm just gonna put that on all over. And I blended my freaking concealer with a brush I had used to do my foundation. That's why you need to clean your stuff before you do your makeup. But anyway, okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Next, I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix in the shade NC42 under my eyes. And I'm gonna do my concealer first because I don't like my makeup like piled on top of each other, so I don't like doing concealer on top of foundation. I feel like it creases less when you do it like this. Then I'm gonna just highlight the rest of my areas. And I really need to clean my beauty blender. I can't stand seeing people do tutorials and the freaking brushes and stuff are not freshly cleaned. Like, that's so annoying. But I don't got time today, so whatever. I only use it one other time, so whatever. But still, I like my stuff to be freshly clean. I like to take my under eye concealer and bring it up on my eye when I'm not doing like a full eye look. So I'm going. Just keep blending that out real soft, killing me softly, blending softly. I don't know, I'll be blending soft and hard at the same time. If you're a makeup artist, you know. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to make a part 2 because I'm already like halfway through the video. But I'm using the Kat Von D Good Apple foundation. That's why I did my concealer a little bit lighter, because this foundation is like a little bit darker than my skin tone. So let me apply that and I'll be right back. I forgot to say, I apply the foundation everywhere where I didn't apply concealer, okay? Okay, so now that my foundation is blended out mostly, you can see it kind of like contoured my face a little bit too. So